You can hit it.
I'm gonna ask you guys this. So, would you rather die a really sad and painful death where it's just like really heartbreaking and it's just really like, it's like you die like a loser? Or would you rather die in a fight where you are fighting until the very end, you know you're gonna die because it's an impossible fight, but you're never giving up? Which would you prefer? Obviously the second choice. Well, oftentimes, if you know you're going to lose, you should do it with style. So many times, whether it be through a project that you have and you've tried your hardest, but you just didn't finish, whether it be in sports, such as volleyball, whenever you're playing against a really hard team, or as a student, whenever classes can just get real rough, you can still always, lose with style, because that never hurts, because that shows that then your confidence is never hurt. It shows that you might have failed a little bit, but it shows that your character, that you never lost that, and you kept it throughout the entire time. And so, in 8th grade, we were given this set certain amount of time every day in class to have a time where we could work on a project and have a goal. My goal was to make a prom dress, and I didn't even have a sewing machine until at that time, but I had that goal because I was really interested in sewing. And I got him a sewing machine for Christmas that year, and so I kept working at it, but that's an impossible task over that amount of time. So, so I didn't get that far. But I learned so many different things about sewing, so many just basic skills, and we had to give a presentation at the end to show what we had done. And my title was called Fashion Walk to Failure. Although I didn't make a dress, and although I didn't get anywhere close, I learned so much. So you're going to walk with that with pride. You're going to show them, hey, this is what I got, even if it wasn't the main goal. And not only with certain projects, but also in sports. With volleyball, I often personally have trouble with, because our JV team, or when I was on C team, we'd always face harder teams, such as like the bigger schools, that we know we couldn't win against. But that wasn't what mattered. What mattered was watching us, how we improved, seeing how we handled as a team our sportsmanship, and how we showed that we never gave up a fight. So many times we dug ourselves out of so many holes, it was concerning how many holes we were even in. And so many times, though, it showed that our character, we never gave up the entire time. Although we knew that we were going to lose, we never gave up. And we never just said, well, we're done, it's gone. No, that never happened. And that was one thing that I and Mrs. Ivy constantly took pride in, and how we played our game as our characters showed through, and how tough we were. Not only with volleyball, but then also, with school, oftentimes classes can be hard. As a student, such as in Doc Schmidt's class, there are so many times when I don't know what's going on. And that can happen quite often, as I'd always turn to Brooke and Kayla and go, do you know what's going on? And they just say no. And sometimes, although you've tried to understand how to do that certain chemical equation or process, you just don't figure it out. And you've tried your hardest, you've worked up until the test, and if you don't understand it, sometimes you just have to accept defeat. And although he might have just seen that you got the problem wrong, you know that you worked and you tried your best to understand it, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But you showed that you kept trying the entire time and you never fully gave up, which is what really matters, because if you're going to lose, you better do it with style. And so whether it be with projects that you have set, or with sports such as volleyball and you're just not playing a very easy team, or as a student when you're taking certain classes where you're just riding the struggle bus a little bit too long up until the test time, and then you're still riding it during the test. And so many times it's the main point of, if you're going to lose, if you know if you're going to lose, then never give up your character, because although you're giving up that little success that you might have had, you're not giving up your character, you're not showing who you really are, and in that way, you're not really losing as much as you could have been. And so just always, if you're going to die or lose, do it with style.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chloe.